ball as the symmetry center. Okay?
Yes.
And what that's going to do is this ball will be the center of the rotational symmetry, but the axis will define the axis, not the center, just the parallel lines. So now let me go ahead and apply that. Okay, so you'll be able to see that it rotates around the center parallel to the red axis that I've used.
Oh, because
Okay.
the center is a pentagonal, I mean the racetraut, so there are 5 around the center. Okay.
Yeah, so
great.
let me undo and redo. By the way, if you haven't discovered, undo and redo are infinite. You can go undo always all the way to the back. So I've undone, and now I've redone. Okay?
Okay.
So that's just a subtlety with the rotation symmetry. The center and the axis don't have to be related. Translation symmetry, I don't remember if I don't use these tools much anymore now that I have the new ones. So what I'd like to do is focus on the new ones for you.
Okay, great.
Okay. So I'm going to hit the plus button. Most of these are fairly self-evident. The trick is that all of them have some parameter, and that parameter would be the selection. So right now I have no selection, and if I try to create an icosahedral symmetry tool, I guess this one may default, actually. So I suppose we're going to get icosahedral symmetry around the central point. Yes. So these are a bit confusing because they default to the origin, and the origin really doesn't mean that much. So I think I could have made a better choice. For instance, defaulting around the current rotational center might have been a better choice. But so I can create that tool that does symmetry around the origin. I can also then create another one, same icosahedral symmetry, but around a different center. Now it's around the center I had selected. So I can replicate the red strut around that center. And I can still perform icosahedral around the original one with the first tool. Okay?
Okay.
So these tools, because they are more persistent and reusable, they can give you a great deal of power in terms of building up big structures. It still takes a bit of planning to use them. Let's see, what's else? The octahedral and tetrahedral are the same pattern as the icosahedral in terms of how they're parametrized. Let's look at rotation. So I'm going to make sure I have no selection, and it should give me an error if I try to create a rotation symmetry. Yeah, so I get the error notation up here. Okay, because I did not have an axis selected. Now, if let's pick a different axis. This rotation tool is a bit different than the other one. This one actually performs just a single rotation rather than the full rotational symmetry.
Okay.
So once I have that red axis selected, let's just go ahead and apply that tool, and let's line it up so that we can see it. You can see that it just created one copy. And if I do it 3 more times, I get all 5 copies. The biggest subtlety here that I haven't really found a good way to express in the user interface is there are different modes for these tools. And I only typically use 1 or 2, so I'll have to do some experimentation to explain them. But let me undo here, and you'll see what I mean. So without any control keys held down, I just get a new copy, and nothing happens to the old copy. If I hold down Shift, I still get the new copy, but now both are selected. Okay,